Well, we're Gweezy, and welcome to the show. You are tuned into Afterburn with me, Kelly, the hostess with the mostest. And I got Mr. Gifted Hands in the building. DJ Steady!
Yo, you know, it's Friday.
What Salif Makitu? He was like, to site, meaning?
Yes, we are on location.
Meaning?
Meaning to site. So you want to translate, is it Kiswahili?
But guys, let me tell you, it is Fire Friday, so we have a very special guest in studio with us tonight by the name Famile.
I love it.
Oh, I did it.
I love it. I love
Welcome
you so
to the
much.
studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
so
man,
cool.
how are you?
I'm good. Chilling.
Yeah?
Kenya is amazing. Thank you for having me. It's beautiful.
Thank you for
place to be.
coming.
Beautiful
Guys,
place to be.
let me tell you something. I'm geeking out because I know who Femi is. I followed him since like I was in uni. And now it's just one of those things where I'm so grateful we get to share this amazing experience with this artist in studio with us. Now, Femi, you've been in Kenya for a couple of days.
Yeah.
How are you liking the weather, the foods?
Weather, yeah, it's cold here, it's cold there, it's very chilled,
Yeah?
you know, people, you know, very, very nice. The scenery is just very chilled, very cool. I love it here, actually. I really do. I
Really?
do. Yeah.
Would you be able to stay here for at least 3 months, no phone, no contact back home?
Well, that's phone problem because of business, you know, because of the business. Give me my phone and I'll come.
Yeah. But for guys, if you don't know, Femi is not only a guitarist. As you can see, there's a very beautiful guitar here in studio. He is a producer, a singer, and a songwriter all in one. Now, Femi, how did you even ever decide, you know what, music is my path and I'm going to do it?
I would. It's just a beautiful gift. I won't say the way everybody says like, oh, I started singing in my mother's womb. No. I just always loved music,
Yeah.
and I grew up around a lot of music. My dad used to play like all these old records of like old Nigerian musicians like Fela Kuti, Sonny Ade, and the likes. So I kind of like just gravitated to the sound. But then for the guitar, from the music itself, I started recognizing the different instruments, and I recognized the guitar like, what is making that sound? I want to be able to play that. But I didn't get to it until later. I started picking up instruments like drums, percussions, different African percussions. And I started playing the piano, I started playing the bass and some other instruments before I now started playing the guitar.
And this is all self-taught.
All self-taught by the grace of God, yes.
Hey, by the grace of God. I used to be able to play piano as a child. Now, it's fine. But when you hear Femi's music, you can hear a certain influence, not only of just Afrobeats.
Yeah.
There's some elements of jazz.
Yeah,
some
there's
elements
jazz.
of blues.
Everything, man. I soaked in everything. You know, for jazz, people like George Benson, then you have the King of Blues, you know, you just have so many musicians that I just decided like I was listening to growing up, and you know unconsciously you are taking all these things in.
Yeah.
So eventually when you hold an instrument, everything start coming out of your instrument and you start playing it, and I'm grateful to have been able to listen to the vast range of music. So I'm not pigeonholed into one genre of music.
Thank you.
This is why it's difficult for you to even put me like, when people ask me what kind of music do you do, I do familiar music.
Yeah, it's everything.
Everything is familiar music, because I literally can do everything. Do you understand? So what genre do you want? Is it pop? Is it R&B? Is it African music? I can do it all.
And because of that, you've been able to work with such amazing, amazing artists.
Yes.
I've mentioned a few of my favorites, like Jules. But just having that kind of experience, I love that for you, because you know in Africa most of us are stuck to one sound.
Yeah.
And it's very limiting, because in as much as I will love your music, at some point you get bored. Yeah,
you get bored. You want to do something else.
Yeah, you need to do something else. So you have mastered the art of just keeping people on a leash. Like, oh, Femi's on this. Okay, now I have to listen. Femi's doing this. I have to listen. I fell in love with him in 2017. I discovered a song of his called Dara. Guys, my life changed. Okay,
that's a jam right there.
That is a jam and a half. But for you guys who don't know who Femi is, we're about to give you a little taste. Now, Femi, you have a song called Searching.
Yes.
That you want us to get into.
Yes.
What is Searching about?
Okay, so I was in the studio with an artist called Remy in Lagos, and I was like, you know, I want to create a song for single people.
Wow. Ask those. Hi.
You know, for single people and everything, that, you know, something that, you know, you are looking for that special someone, you're looking for that lover and your friend, and just profess your love and just let it go through your heart and just sing it, and hopefully they will listen and they will be a part of what you're trying to offer.
Nice. All right, guys, without further ado, Femile is in studio with us and is going to gift us with some beautiful music.
Let's go. That's something I don't understand. Should be the same thing that you are looking for. Come and see if we can find it on the dance floor. Should be the same thing that you are looking for. Maybe we can find it together. Hey, I've been searching for the one. Someone special that will make my heart feel warm. Cause nothing else compares to finding my true love. And I know that when I find you, my heart will be complete. I've been searching for the one. Someone special that will make my heart feel warm. Cause nothing else compares to finding my true love. And I know that when I find you, my heart will be laying on my bed, thinking about you, girl. I don't know who you are, where you are. I'm searching for this feeling, keeping me away. I've been in and out of places, hoping that I see your face. I have been to all the states, trying not to lose my faith. Yeah. There's nothing else compares to finding my true love. Cause I know that when I find you, my heart will be complete. I've been searching for the one. Someone special that will make my heart feel warm. Cause nothing else compares to finding my true love. And I know that when I find you, my heart will be complete. I've been searching for the one. Someone special that will make my heart feel warm. Cause nothing else compares to finding my true love. And I know that when I find you, my heart will be complete. Looking for love, come on now, I can help you find it. Looking for love, come on now, I can help you find it. Looking for love, come on now, I can help you find it. Looking for love, looking for love, looking for love, come on now, I can help you find it. Looking for love, come on now, I can help you find it. Looking for love, come on now, I can help you find it. Looking for love, looking for love.
That's the beginning. That was a warm-up to what else he has to offer. But let's continue with your musical journey.
Yeah.
What was the point where you just realized, you know what, I'm on the right path?
Yeah.
You were doing your music and you're just like, yeah, this is what God sent me here to do.
I was in school actually, and I realized that I just attract a lot of musicians around me, a lot of people. So I had a band that were playing for me, and for each instrument you have like 2 people per instrument, and you have singers. Wow. So we're talking about at a point 14 people working for me in school, and it was like, oh, you're just an amazing musician and you're a good guy, and we just want to be around you. I realized that okay, this seemed like something that I can do for the rest of my life. And then at the time I was already working with different musicians already, but I'll come from school, go to the city and just play and work with people, and then jump on stage with different artists and work with them. So I realized, okay, it was time for me to start doing my own stuff. So I started obviously writing my own music and putting my own music out at that time, it was difficult to go to a studio and do a session because they were very expensive. Not like right now, yeah, still expensive, but it's easily accessible now. You know, that time you have to get money and you get into a studio, get a producer. I couldn't get a producer because I couldn't afford it, so I started producing myself. You know, so
look at that.
That's how I started, and you know, started collaborating with people, and then started writing my stuff. And then at first, I wasn't even singing. I knew how to sing, but I just wanted people to know me as a guitar player. So I'll just do like all these instrumental tracks, which I still do till this day. But then the very first song I sang was called Ayo. Blew up in my face. Like it literally blew up across Nigeria. Like it was crazy. Like I was getting mad gigs. It was really nice. So I realized, I have a unique voice, you know, because that's one thing about music. People think that singers, you are supposed to just, it's not just about that most of the time. You want to sing your heart to people. So, and I know that I have that unique tone. So I'm like, okay, I'll sing. And then I started singing, and you know, people are loving it.
So what's a studio session with you like? Like when you get into studio, does that have to be like a certain kind of lighting? Does that have to be a certain kind of mood? Does Nairobi have to be somewhere in the, like what's a studio session for you? Like what creates the mood, the vibe for you?
Oh, well, I don't have any
specifics.
Perks of being in the studio. I feel like when you're in the room, especially when you're in the room with people, you feed off their energy. For sometimes I'm in the studio by myself and I get so excited by something that I've made, and I just run out. I'm like, oh my god, I just created this amazing, you know, vibe or this amazing song and stuff like that. I'll probably call a friend. I'm like, yo, I just created this. Listen to it and let me know what you think. Or I have people in the room. For me, it's just the energy in the room. So if I have food, that would be nice.
I like that.
You know, some fruits here and there. You know, if you have some candles, it helps with the vibe, especially if you are doing like lo-fi or you're doing like probably like a sexy kind of like song. You want to keep the vibe, you know, where the kind of...
Speaking of a sexy song.
There
was a song you mentioned to me. Dance With Me.
Oh, yes. Man, that song. Oh, wow. That song.
Tell me about Dance With Me.
So I started Dance With Me like I think in 2019. I had a studio session, like a big studio, and I just recorded the drums and bass and just little perks of the production. So I kept it. I didn't do anything with it. And then the pandemic hit. And then my wife got pregnant with our second baby, and she was getting heavy. And then she was like, I don't like the way I look. I look fat.
What?
I'm like, no, you are not fat. You are just pregnant. So I decided to create an anthem to just celebrate every woman from the perspective of a man. Like, I want to dance with you. You are beautiful. You are the only girl I'm looking at. I think like that, we don't have that anymore. People are talking about girls, but not in that way, like in very romantic type of vibe. And I feel like that is so important because if you want to be with a woman, you have to be soft-spoken. You have to come correct, you know. So I came correct and I did the song, and you know, the song is.
How about we take a little listen to that one? Guys, I can vouch for this one for sure.
Oh my God, you are taking me back.
I'll take you back.
Talking about Dance With Me, this studio session was so fun because I had 3 other guys in the studio with me, and I was just, you know, relating what I was feeling like, and we just started singing and just started harmonizing, and it was beautiful. Let's go.
All right.
Listen. Dance with me from dawn to dusk. Dance with me from then to night. Dance with me to the break of dawn. Dance with me to the end of time. Oh baby, dance. Make you swing them left and right. Oh baby, dance, Let your body feel alright. Let the rhythm feel your soul. Listen, sexy, sexy girl, fire they go. Wine and baby girl, wine and for sure. I I am me the mommy. I hold you tight till the morning. Cause any to see we'll be dancing forever. Dance with me from dusk to dusk.
Hey.
Dance with me from the tonight. Dance with me to the break of dawn. Dance with me to the end of time. Listen, anything you want, baby, I'll give it to you. Call my name, Feby, my lover, ready for you. Baby, oh yeah, Mujojo, take over my heart and soul. Moro mualeo, finer than diamonds and baby dance.
Hey.
Oh, dance. Oh, Mujojo, darling, me, you for me. Hey, come on, dance. Yeah. Dance with me from dawn to dusk. Dance with me from noon to night. Dance with me to the break of dawn. Dance with me to the end of time. Oh, baby, dance. Hey, swing them left or right. Oh, baby, dance. Let your body feel alright. Let the rhythm be your soul. Fine baby, now my woman be this you. Fine baby, fine baby, now my woman be this you. Fine baby, yeah. Fine baby, now my woman be this you. Fine baby, fine baby, now my woman be.
Hey, Buana, we're lit in this studio, Buana. Hey,
it's lit right here.
It is lit. All thanks to you.
Thank
but
you,
let's talk about this beautiful
beauty.
guitar.
Pretty lady.
This pretty lady
This
here.
is Nairobi right here. Obviously named after this beautiful city. The instrument is called Instrument of Africa, and obviously, as you can see by the name, Instrument of Africa is in the shape of Africa.
Yeah.
You know, created by Dr. Ezekiel Olaleye, and he's been working on it for like 15 years, trying to get it together, from the engineering to all the extra beautiful sauce that the guitar has to offer. Because as you can listen to, you know, where I've been playing, it sounds amazing, right? And basically, they are named after capital cities in Africa. So there's Lagos, there's obviously Nairobi, there's Accra, Kigali, Cairo, Soweto, Kinshasa, Addis Ababa. There are 9 right now that are released. So, and they come in like the unique colors, you know, for each city. So obviously this,
they're all in the shape of Africa.
Africa, but yeah, in different colors.
colors.
Yeah, in different colors. The same shape.
So why did you choose Nairobi?
Well, I came to Nairobi now, you know, and we're here to. I brought Nairobi to Nairobi so that Nairobi can take Nairobi.
Yeah, it's home.
That's why I'm here. Nairobi is for you. Take Nairobi. I'm just here to show you. Oh, this is Nairobi. Oh, family, thank you so much. Oh, now you can get it for yourself. Exactly.
But I think this is such a brilliant idea.
Yes, it is.
Because it completely it encompasses how rich we are as a country.
True.
And now when it's in the right hands,
It's going to do
in
pure
your
damage.
hands. It's
Polycarp played
pure
it yesterday. He was so impressed.
Yeah.
He was really, really impressed. And you know, the thing with me right now, even with the guitar, is that every guitarist in Kenya and Nairobi, everywhere, will be able to get one of this. They're going to be in stores very soon, like a month.
Nice.
You know, major stores. So you can just go and just pick one for yourself because it's just a beautiful instrument. I feel like every concert you go to, you take this. It's a beautiful conversation starter. Oh, you're African. Oh, that's so cool, man. I love your guitar. It looks so amazing. And even gives you reps that you are representing where you are from.
Yes.
I feel like it's time for us to start creating. The music is already dope, but let's start doing innovative stuff. Let's start doing tech. Let's start doing instruments. Let's start that is our own. Because we are very brilliant people. We are so smart. You know, unfortunately, years of, you know, what happened in the past and everything. But now, the narrative, we should be able to put our narrative out there as Africans. Like, it's cool to be African. I'm sure when you go abroad and you just walk around, people are staring at you because you're black and beautiful. And
thank you.
You know,
thank you
that is so like it should be like that for every African. You should be able to, you know, stand tall and say, I'm African. You're not trying to, you should be confident that you're African.
Yes.
You shouldn't be a thing of like timidity, like, oh, you're African. No. Like with your chest, say it with your chest and you're like, yes, I'm African, I'm black, you know, and I'm very proud of it.
So for you traveling all over the world, having that kind of exposure and especially with, you know, your instruments and Nairobi itself.
Yeah.
So what would you say is like your wholesome experience of all of that when it comes to music and just back here now in Africa itself?
Well, being a person from Africa, you go out there, what I've seen is that if you know who you are, people will respect you.
Yes.
You know, I will not go to another, like America or the UK now, and be timid or be intimidated by what they are. And that means I don't know who I am. I'm a king. And I move, you know, there's a particular king in Nigeria, back in Nigeria, in Warri Kingdom, called the Ogiame. And there's a sense, there's that royalty, there's a way he moves, it's so regal. You know, it doesn't walk so fast, it doesn't talk so fast, and everybody cheers for him. When he's ready to do what he wants to do, he will do it. When he's not ready, then he's chilling. And I feel like that's the way we should take ourselves. And that's how I behave everywhere I go to. So coming back home, I also carry that, you know, that vibe with me and encourage people to see themselves in that way, which is why having this instrument is so beautiful because it almost like locks down the fact that you are proud to be African. And because I could play any other instrument, I could play like a Fender or a Gibson, whatever, but this sounds amazing. And it looks amazing, and it's me, it's African, you know, I can play my music on it and everything,
What would you say to someone who's looking at you right now, who's been inspired, followed you since day one, like me, but is just seeing your journey and is like, I want to be Femi?
Believe in what you do. Obviously, believe in God, that's very important, but believe in what you do, and whatever it is, keep creating, right? You know what you are called to be. You know, when I started music, everybody didn't support me. They didn't get it. Even my family didn't get it at the beginning. They were like, you know, what you should do is go to school and get a job. And that was cool for like the 70s and the 80s and probably the 90s. But right now, man, you have to have something that you're doing. So, but you know, thankfully, you know, everybody's here now. So I would enjoy you to just keep doing what you do, practice whatever it is that you're doing, whether you draw, or you're learning to sing, or you're into animation, or you even want to be a broadcaster, you know, whatever, you know, stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself and repeat what you want to be to yourself and just learn. Affirmation is so important. I'm like, I tell people, I'm the greatest guitarist to come out of Africa. You can go and dispute it anywhere you want to. I'm the best. You can bring everybody out there and I will go toe to toe with anybody and beat them down because I'm dope at what I do. And I put in, come on, 2 decades of my life.
Salif.
Come on.
Nice. What has helped you stay grounded? Because you see, the problem that we have now with all these new upcoming artists is that they want instant gratification, you see? The moment they drop the first song, if like I just had Dare today, it should get me 10 million. It should get me my first Grammy. You get? So what has helped you stay grounded in this whole process to ensure that you've gotten to where you are today?
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Every time I pick up this instrument, or I do music, or I'm in an interview, it could be someone else. It could be another person, you know. But I'm here So I'm grateful for it. Every time I pick up the instrument and I perform in front of a crowd, whether it's 5 people or 5,000 or 10,000, for me, it doesn't really matter. It's the fact that at that point, God has placed me there. Oh my God, I'm so grateful. And if you are grateful, you'll be humble. There's no way, the two go hand in hand, because then you can see your life and like, oh my God, I know exactly where I'm coming from. I've mentioned all the artists that I've worked with. You know, I've had the privilege of being in the studio with legends, Grammy Award winners. And I'm like, is this me? And even after experiencing those things, I see that just, Lord, I'm just very, very grateful. So be grateful for where you are. It keeps you humble and have just regular people around you. The thing with musicians, when you become a superstar, is because you have a lot of yes men around you. I have friends that have nothing to do with music, and they can hit me up anytime and we just gist for such a long time. And it doesn't matter that I'm a superstar or not. It keeps me grounded. My family keeps me grounded. Chilling with my kids, chilling with my wife, chilling with my family and my friends keeps me grounded. So yeah.
Guys, gratitude. I think that's one huge takeaway that we need to take from Femi. Stay thankful.
Yeah.
Be thankful for where you are and for what's to come.
Yeah, because it gets better.
It always does.
You know, I can tell you this for free. Like, I wasn't always like the person that I am today. Do you understand? Nobody was even paying me any attention. I was struggling to be noticed and nobody was paying. So I understand what it means to be out of the spotlight and trying to get into the spotlight. So now that I'm in the spotlight, I'm grateful because I go back and I think of when I was struggling to get here and it just keeps me grounded. You know,
Guys, I don't even think I have anything else to say. For me, it's such an amazing, let me tell you, such an amazing energy, first of all, to be around.
Thank you.
And he is such a humble artist, as you can see, and so gifted. So you have something coming up for us before you leave. There's something that's in the works that you want us to know about. What is it, Sam?
Okay, so I'm making, first of all, since I've been here in Nairobi, I've made some music with some artists here. I will not mention their names because they will not want me to mention. But they are big people. They are very, very big people. And the people that you guys love, I've been in the studio with them and I've created some beautiful records with them. And obviously I want to do more, especially with artists from Kenya, because you guys make amazing music. You have like one of the dopest accents I've ever heard in my entire life.
Wow.
And then Swahili is so beautiful. Like the way you people do, like it's almost like the sound is almost very percussive. It's like a drum.
Yeah.
Like, what? Say what?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, definitely a lot of collaborations. Obviously, I've been collaborating. MI dropped his album today. I'm on that record. And I was on Finesse, you know, I was on Rora with Reekado Banks. So a lot of Afrobeat records that I've been on and more that I've done that are coming out in the future. But also my own records, you know, obviously Shisha is really doing so well right now. I'm working on new music for my next album, my third album actually.
Yes.
You know, I can't tell you when it's coming out, but when it's ready, it is ready. Because also you don't rush great music.
Yes, you do not.
Especially when you want it to be timeless. Shisha was 2015 and he's now doing well right now.
You know what? Before you leave the studio, how about we get that as an outro, you know? Yeah, but before that, where can people reach you? How can we reach out to you? How can we get to talk to you and discover you on the internet? On the internet, please. Okay, so Instagram is femi.leye. Send me a DM. I would answer you. Nobody is touching that social media. I'm the one there. Don't worry. So if you are talking to anybody, you are talking to me directly. Twitter is femi.leye. You can go on my YouTube channel. I have videos for days. On every online platform that sells music, you have probably about almost 50 songs from me. Sure. So you are in for a very, very good time. So just take this weekend off. Yeah, just go home, just make a playlist, Femi.leye, all things Femi.leye, you know, and just chill, relax. And I promise you, you love the music. Whether I'm singing or I'm not singing, you enjoy the music. I make happy-go-lucky music. I make easy listening music. I speak about like the very, very cool things. See, Dance With Me is searching, like just very, very positive stuff. Yeah. You know, it's not like I cannot sing about bad things too. I know it's fine. It's fine. Mostly, I'm a very, very positive guy. So yeah, just hit me up. You know, and I'm looking forward to coming back and doing a concert or doing a couple of shows here back in Kenya. All right. So how about we get that outro, guys? Femi.leye has been in studio with us. We're so appreciative because Vibes allows Zimetamba. Talk about a serious warm-up. Let's do Asiko. With Asiko? Yeah. All right. Asiko means time, so I feel like this is the time. This is the time. This is the season. Woo! Let's go. So Asiko means time.
This song is about procrastinating. Don't procrastinate. Anything you want to do right now, do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now. Ìgbà ń lọ, ìgbà ń bọ̀, àbá o. Ìgbà ń lọ, ìgbà ń bọ̀, àbá o. Ìgbà ń lọ, ìgbà ń bọ̀, èyí o. Dákun ṣe tirẹ̀, àsìkò ń lọ. Kí n ṣe tèmi o, àsìkò ń lọ. Ìgbà ń lọ, ìgbà ń bọ̀, àbá o. Ìgbà ń lọ, ìgbà ń bọ̀, èyí o. Dákun ṣe tirẹ̀, àsìkò ń lọ. Kí n ṣe tèmi yé, àsìkò ń lọ. Pàrẹ́ rárẹ̀ o, pàrẹ́ tẹ́ra parí rẹ̀ o. 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 Àbáwò ìgbà ń lọ, ìgbà ń bọ̀, èyí o. Dákun ṣe tirẹ̀, àsìkò ń lọ. Kí n ṣe tèmi o, àsìkò ń lọ. Ìgbà ń lọ, ìgbà ń bọ̀, àbáwò. Ìgbà ń lọ.